Today's episode is brought to you from the 1870s, renovated garden shed. Yes! So today this is a double take because I am participating in two awesome garden collaborations. It's that time of the year, everyone's getting ready for planting, seed starting, prepping your garden spaces. The first one I did was over at Wholesome Roots with what 3 new things are you trying this year? And this one today is from Flip Flop Barnyard on 5 questions about gardening. So I got my handy dandy questions on the back side of our to-do list. Number 1 question is, why do you garden? So I'll tell you, we garden. I didn't know this at first, but what I know now is point blank, I love it. I will spend so much time out in my garden when it's really a self-maintenance place. It doesn't need my time. My garden is so easy, but I just love being out there. I love seeing new growth and what's changing. And it's interesting because it's not like watching a clock. Something's always changing every single day. So it's just really, really fun for me. I love gardening. But I'll tell you why we originally started gardening was because we were switching to organic produce. Organic produce at supermarkets can be pricey, so it can be challenging to get your grocery needs fully met by all organic produce. And when we would try to source it from our local farmers market, no one was selling organic. And so in order to produce our own organic needs for our home, we really started gardening. And we started with, so I'll get to that in just a second. The number 2 question isn't about gardening, it's why do you YouTube? And I won't waste people's time on that because I'm sure you came to watch this video on gardening. But the reason why I'm not going to answer that is because we've already answered it in a previous collaboration on 5 questions on why we do what we do, and it's all around why do we YouTube. So I'll put a link in one of these corners for you guys to go check out that video. Number 3 though, here's where I'm getting to. The question was, how long have you been gardening? And this is our 3rd season gardening. And every year we grow just a little bit more. We grow in our experience as well as size and what we're doing. So our very first season, we just did 2 raised beds in our backyard when we were still in our suburban home. When we moved here last year, we brought those 2 raised beds with us because I was not leaving that soil behind. I'd worked too hard on that. I went and got buckets and buckets and brought all my soil to this property in my bed. No, we built new beds. But then we added 6 more raised beds. And then we also practiced with 2 in-ground beds. So that was fun, and they did very, very, very well. This year, though, we've added 1 new experiment, and we're actually trying Ruth Stout method. And we're going to try our potatoes in that garden bed. Number 4 question is, what do you like to grow? Well, I went ahead and set up my seeds behind me, and we'll place some footage over top of this to show you what I like to grow. But we were successful last year harvesting and storing and preserving some of our own herbs, so that's really fun. Super fun to grow was pumpkins for the first time last year, so I definitely want to do that again. We made our own pumpkin pies from our homegrown pumpkins. I'm a huge greens eater during the summertime when I can get my own fresh lettuces, arugula, your Swiss chards, all that yummy stuff. I am going to try lemon balm this year. That's a new one. So far, I'm trying it using my winter sowing method. So far, it's not growing. We successfully grew some baby watermelons last year. Just our season wasn't quite long enough, so I'm going to try those again. We did get a couple good cantaloupes and honeydew melons, so that was fun. Our corn was awesome last year, so we're going to grow our corn again. Carrots so we put as I go through this, you'll see it's basically staples. Carrots, we are growing 2 whole beds of nothing but carrots. We eat a lot of carrots. Our green beans and our pole peas, again, 2 staples in our house. We can't have enough green beans preserved or pole peas. For fun, we're going just 3 types of peppers: jalapenos, chilies for our chili flakes, and what was the other one? Oh, cayenne. So I've never tried cayenne before. We're going to try to grow cayenne. For tomatoes, we love cherry tomatoes, and for snacking during the summer. While we're out working, we'll just go to the garden and pull off a handful of cherry tomatoes, and that's our favorite. But we also like them for salsa. And then I'm growing 2 types of tomatoes for more sauce preservation. Again, I already mentioned our collards. Spinach is another big one. We grow lots of spinach. I am growing cauliflower and broccoli this year. I'm actually going to plant that in our food forest that we're trying to develop. Zucchini, right? Another magic, wondrous vegetable to grow in your garden. It's like one day it's this size, the next day it's as long as your leg. So that's always fun. You get sick of it typically by the end of the season, but that's when you just start, for me, I just start grating it up and storing it in the freezer for zucchini bread, zucchini muffins, throw it in your soups or your whatever you're making. And then 2 more experiments that we're growing this year is sorghum and peanuts. 2 things I've never grown. Sorghum is basically only for pollination purposes, to get some more bees and good wildlife in here. And then peanuts, if I'm successful, I want to make my own peanut butter. That would be fun. So that's what we like to grow. I say my favorite things are 2 things. So if I think about when I'm outside in the garden, what's the very first thing I'm going to pick and throw in my mouth? That's going to be our cherry tomatoes and our sugar snap peas. Sugar snap peas, I call them my garden cotton candy. They're just fun, quick snacks. And nothing tastes fresher than that burst of flavor in your mouth while you're out in the garden. And then from a preservation and harvesting perspective, I love the production and the wealth of the green beans. And I love homegrown carrots. You just can't find anything close to it in a store. So that was the last question. What was your favorite? So I talked about what are we growing, and then what was my favorite. So that is my answers to the gardening collaboration from Flip Flop Barnyard. So if you guys haven't gone and checked out Jenna over at Flip Flop Barnyard, go give her a shout and check out her channel. And thanks guys for watching that 1870s homestead. What are we growing in our garden? Talk to you guys later.